All right, so all right, so very quickly, let's go ahead and review this film because I just got a chance to see this film very recently, and just as I was preparing for this, it just occurred to me that I don't know how to pronounce most of this name. So if you do not hear me pronouncing names a lot, please don't take that the wrong way. It's just I was so excited about talking about this film. I just jumped in and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know how to pronounce everyone's name. And I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly how to pronounce everyone's name. So anyways, moving past that. So at the base, this movie is a romantic comedy. When I went into this movie, I never saw any trailers. I didn't witness any of the marketing. In all honesty, it was only just because word of mouth and because I did a little poll on YouTube asking you guys like which movie should I review next, right? And the results were amazing. I don't know if my internet's gonna allow me to get to it in time. Guess not. But anyways, basically I made a poll. And you guys, I think like 200 of you guys said like, hey, you should review this movie. And hold on, I really want you guys to see this poll because it was really cool. You guys really, here we go. Right here. Right here. Yeah. So you guys voted, and the one that won out was Crazy Rich Asians and Happy Time Murders. I don't know why the fuck that is so tiny. Are you seeing this? Why is that so tiny? Anyways, this was really cool. So first off, thanks you guys for jumping on the poll a few days ago. And yeah, look at that. Neck and neck with Happy Time Murders. Except the fucking reviews for that were terrible. So, and I love Asians. So I went with Crazy Rich Asians. Long story short. And guys, at its base, it's a romantic comedy, and I do not like romantic comedies. I just don't. They're just not for me. It's like, just like the Hallmark Channel original movies. It's just not for me. It doesn't suit my personality. Okay. The Killing of a Sacred Deer was like in my top 3 from last year. So no, I'm not a romantic comedy type of person. And there's definitely like a fair amount of cheesiness interwoven into the story, you know. But I gotta say, and not to mention, and these are like my flaws with the film. A, it's a romantic comedy. I'm not a romantic comedy type of guy. B, it's definitely considerably cheesy here and there, in my opinion, just when it comes to like the romantic stuff. Or some of the comedic elements. Sometimes the execution is a bit cheesy. This movie kind of feels like it could have been a CW channel original movie. For those of you who know, I really don't care for the CW, like Arrow and all that. I'm not necessarily a fan of that kind of stuff. There's some of that I like. But anyway, what else was another flaw? Also, it's a very linear, fairly predictable story, you know. It's very straightforward. You know, yeah, it's not a very complex story, but the thing is, the acting, the score, the soundtrack, the cinematography, and the execution of the overall narrative is done very, 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 very well. This is a great film. Personally, like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go right out the gate, because I don't feel like spending too long talking about this movie. Right out the gate, I'm feeling like a 9 out of 10 for this movie. I had a blast with this movie. Honest to God. Like first off, cinematography wise, the movie is just fucking gorgeous. When they go to Singapore, I was like, Lord. Not only have I not been overseas yet, but just look at this place. Like, what the, Jesus. I guess it's been a minute since I've like visually looked at this place, but good God, fucking Singapore looks just outstanding. These locations are just so visually striking. I was like, good God, them Asians got some money, boy. I need to do some research and do some like the wealthiest Asians, cause like, good God, I mean, good when they were when Rachel Chu and the other chick were riding in this driving this car, I was just like, shit, the visuals are surprisingly very on point in this film. I mean, it's just a good looking film. The photography, it's just well done in this film all across the board. Like these sweeping shots of like their estates and their land and what they own. It was surprisingly pretty breathtaking. I was just like, good God. Like when we were in this location right here, when we were in this location, like this background environment was just so beautiful. Looks like something straight out of like Danny Boyle's The Beach or something. Just you know, great cinematography. Really digging it. I would imagine that the 4K release of this bad boy is going to be particularly awesome from a visual standpoint. By the way, how insane! I still can't get over how rich these motherfuckers were. Like, remember when they took Nick Young? It was like a bachelor party, and it was just like on this shipping cargo ship or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And like they had this whole party in the middle of the ocean, and I was like, wait, pause. Like, do parties like this like actually happen? Like, that just bit my mind. Jesus Christ! I thought that Beyonce and Jay-Z shopping for a goddamn island was enough. Jesus. But yeah, cinematography wise, the movie's on point. I thought that the cast was just great. Let me just go through. Oh yeah, by the way, this was another shot. This was another shot in particular. But when we get to this scene, this is when I realized like wow, like the photography in this film is wonderful. Like this sequence right here was just shot in such a dreamy, whimsical way. Just I love the lighting here. It's very well done. Very well done. But let's just get to characters that I loved. Where's my main girl at? Yeoh! What was this character's name? Okay, this chick right here. I think that's her. It looks like her. Is that her? Well, it fucking looks like her. But that chick right there. Fam! Oh my God, this chick right here. She was so me. Okay, if there was any character in this movie that was like a perfect representation of myself, it is her. I totally vibed with this chick. I loved this woman. I loved her, you know, her deep, you know, husky, you know, smoky kind of voice, you know, like she, I love how just pure middle class she came across. I felt like me and her were like on the same pay grade. Like there's like, I loved how when she was like, you know, on property that belongs to Nick Young and his family. I love how she would just be like taking selfies and shit, and she's just so blatantly honest, and she's just so herself, and I just loved her character. She was definitely used for like a lot of comedic relief, but it totally works. I loved her character. Loved her character. Shit. Like when they pulled up in this what was it, like a Lamborghini or something? They pull up in this car, and she look at her face. Like she sees that like she's with Nick Young, you know. She's like, "Damn girl, you with Nick Young? You with royalty, girl? What?" But yeah, I just loved her character. I loved her outfits. Good Lord. By the way, I love the main character as well. This is probably like the character that I identified with the most. Ugh. Almost couldn't say that, but yeah, identified with her the most, 100%. But I loved her character as well. She's just a normal character. Is it just me? Am I the only one who picked this up? But is it just me, or is her character? Doesn't her character kind of come across as like a representation of of... Hold on a second. God, what is, was it Prince? Oh, Megan. By the way, like Rachel and Nick's relationship doesn't it kind of remind you of their relationship? Oh, just a little bit, right? Doesn't it? No? Am I alone in this? Let me know. Cause yeah, I feel like just a little bit. Another thing that's weird is that is it just me or like I feel like this movie is like bizarre. It shares like I mean, vague, but it's bizarrely similar to 50 Shades of Grey. Remove sexuality. Okay. But yeah, like it's very cuz like in 50 Shades of Grey, like the main character I thought was like just a normal chick, who just so happens to become romantically involved with this extremely wealthy person, and now she has to deal with like this family drama and drama involving him, and you know what I'm saying? Granted, in 50 Shades of Grey, there's like, anal beads and whipping, but but you know what I'm trying to say? There's like bizarre similarities. No? No? Anywho, but yeah, Rachel, I definitely identified with her. Just being like just this normal person who's like not used to like anything wealthy or anything like that. Like straight up, when they were on that plane and they were flying first class, I was like, woman, I am right there with you. Like, first off, I ain't never say nothing like this. Like, good God, my boy's got some money. Holy shit. Like, you could tell, like, when Rachel was being mind-fucked by wealth, I was being mind-fucked by the wealth. Like, I was like, boy, Nick, if you don't stop playing, dog. He was just like, yeah, my family's comfortable. It's like, no, dog. Your family's more than comfortable. Jesus Christ. By the way, this is the first time that this has happened, where, like, not only is the female main character gorgeous, but goddamn but goddamn it, the male lead in this movie is gorgeous. This man is gorgeous. What the fuck? They're both gorgeous. That's confusing. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Like, I said, goddamn it, they're both gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? They're both gorgeous as fuck. Like, she's just so adorable to me. Literally, she is so beautiful to me that when I first saw her on screen, she was like a professor and she was like playing this game in front of an audience. When you first see her on screen, I was like, yo, this chick is way too beautiful to be the main character. The main characters must be someone else, right? No. This chick is so gorgeous to me. She's just like this tiny, gorgeous thing. But good God, this man is straight up like the Asian Christian Grey. Like, just look at my boy. Just handsome as fuck. They're both just sexy as fuck. Anyway, I'm like literally getting lost in their even the director. I said, goddamn, even the director is handsome as fuck. Hold on a second. I love how I'm just talking about their beauty. Like, look, like even the director is handsome as fuck. Good Lord. Like, Jesus Christ, like the whole cast could get it. What's going on? Anyway, moving past that. But yeah, Nick Young and getting off the rails here. Where are we at? 13 minutes. Let's hurry up. I don't want this to be an hour-long review like the other ones. Quick thoughts. God, I really love this movie. It's just such a delightful film, It's just, the movie tries so hard. I mean, there's definitely some dark moments in this movie. That I was not expecting. The family drama was a little bit more intense than I anticipated, because, like, there were some surprisingly fucked up moments in this movie. Hold on. Hold on. Unprofessional, but I gotta hit the inhaler. Hold on. Your boy's asthmatic. Sorry about that. But there's some fucked up moments in this movie. Like, when this bitch, right? Remember when this bitch was trying to break Rachel? Talking about, oh, I used to be with Nick, didn't you know? Blah, 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 right? And that kind of leads to, like, this scene was just so fucked up. It's like her and all these other people, they're just so desperately trying to break her down and to make her feel insignificant. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Or that one super fucked up sequence where when Rachel came back and there was like this dead fish gutted on her bed, and it said something like written on the walls, like something like "you bitch," blah blah blah. I was like, whoa, it's super fucked up. Or this sequence almost, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this sequence almost brought a tear to my eye when Michelle Yeoh, which by the way, fantastic actress. Okay, I mean, she's been in so many things that like I love. But the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the fam. You just gotta love her. But Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is literally the first one. Okay, the first one. It's one of my favorite movies all time. And Sunshine. Sunshine was like my favorite sci-fi film of all time until just recently. But yeah. Anyways, great actress. But main point is, I don't know. This scene almost brought a tear to my eye because it was just so unexpectedly heavy, when she was just like, "You will never be enough for my son," and then she has the audacity to be like, "Okay, so I'll see you down for dinner in 10 minutes. Yeah, bye," or she said something like that, and you're just like, "Jeez," the way like, Michelle Yeoh, the mother, like she's so cold and calculating, and it was really deep when she was like, "Listen, you're just some American who follows your passions. Me and my family, shit, we've been doing this since like ancient times, bitch. We got money stretching back to ancient times, motherfucker. All right, like we got that old time money. All right, we're about family first. Okay, shit." You don't know how to live, woman. I do. I was just like, the mother was just blowing my mind. The mother literally, there were certain statements that the mother made where I was like, yo, a nigga gotta rethink his whole financial situation. Cause they got some money, dog. There were certain things that Michelle Yeoh was saying. I was like, I'm just gonna write down some mental notes. Like, the way that she was explaining how their family came to power and shit, like, gave me goosebumps. I was like, yo, they're talking about some for real money, like some for real wealth. Like, whoa. But yeah, that sequence when she was like, you'll never be enough, was just so heartbreaking. Just a shattering sequence to me. Also, this was also like a super fucked up moment, because up until this point, I thought that the grandmother was really cute, you know what I'm saying? But when it got to this point where even when cause remember she did that background check on Rachel, and she found out that, she ain't got no family like that over Singapore or whatever, or her, whatever. She was like, oh, your family, they're like Chinese, or whatever the fuck it was. Long story short, she thought like, oh, like Rachel, maybe you could be in the family. But after she did some CIA bullshit background checks, which, like, what a bitch, right? The character, of course, but what a bitch, right? After she did the background check, and then even the grandma was finally on her side, and she's like, yeah, I will never accept you. I was like, whoa, that's so sad. Like, both the mother and the grandmother just straight gave Rachel the middle finger. I was like, whoa, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. What else can I say? Yeah, the humor was on point in this movie. Like, God, the humor was just on point. Like, this dude killed me. Every time there was a comedic moment with this guy, I was just laughing out loud. Particularly in this moment. I love this scene right here where he's like, he's just so militant and just like so like obsessed with being in control. And like when they're taking pictures, he's like, yeah, no, stand back. Yeah, you over there. Yeah, it's to the left. Yeah, we gotta look good. Yeah, make sure we look good. Like, the humor is very well done. Very well done. But man, Nick, his family is all fucked up. His family is all fucked up. Oh my god, when he went to when they went to that one wedding, um God, I feel like I've used this a few times in a few reviews, but like this moment was like such a hypnotic, just a wonderful cinematic moment. Cause first off, I ain't never seen a wedding like this before. I said, "Goddamn, do they got a river going down the runway, fam?" I was like, "What is going on?" I was like, "What kind of wedding is this, fam?" Good lord, what a wedding! I was like, "Fuck a wedding, fuck a wedding." These niggas done ascended. Okay, this isn't even a wedding. This is transcending. Okay, like, good lord, what a wedding. If my wife was coming at me like this, I would have been like, "Good God, shit, your boy done made it." Okay, that was a hell of a wedding. Shit, shout out to them. By the way, it just, if I didn't speak on it before, oh well, a couple things. Um, let me see. I really loved their. First off, this chick was super fine, super fine. Good God, this chick was so gorgeous. Every time the camera went to her, I almost fell over. But anyway, their relationship, not only was convincing, but like their chemistry and everything. Like I loved their relationship that blossomed as the film went on, and it I actually liked her character too. I got drawn into her character. Outside of being mind fuckingly beautiful, the whole bit with like her husband cheating on her, and her speaking to that, it's like, I don't know, it was interesting, kept me interested. Are we still full screen? By the way, shout out to this motherfucker. I dug this dude. I dug this dude. Every time, I don't know, he just seemed like the homie, just like she was the homie. He seemed like the homie as well. Like Rachel just formed like a ride or die crew so quickly. It's awesome. Anyway, but I think I was just gonna say that their relationship, their chemistry is palpable. Their chemistry is just dead on. I totally believe that they are, sexually, romantically connected in this movie. Like, their chemistry is so good in this movie. If they are not together in real life, then whoa, because like literally, it straight up felt like they were with each other. I love the relationship. It was just so sweet. It's just so adorable. I don't know. It was just so believable. Like, you truly believe that they cared for one another, that they longed for one another. And I really loved this sequence here. Are we still full screen? I hope so. Yeah, I really love this sequence here where, it's interesting the way that Michelle Yeoh, it's almost like she turns her inside out and reveals all of her insecurities. It's almost like she makes Rachel face all of her insecurities, all of her flaws. Very, very interesting. And I love this moment where she's playing this game. Sorry, I'm not familiar with this game, but she's playing this game with the mother, and the way that she just like puts Nick's mother in her place was just so satisfying. So satisfying. I was like, yeah, you give it to that cold-hearted bitch. You give it to her, right? You know what I'm saying? I was almost like applauding her in this moment. And I love that sequence so well. And I love the last moment between her and the mother. And the last time that they look at each other on screen, it's just a very poignant moment for me. I also love this moment too, that Rachel returns. She didn't back down. You know what I'm saying? She got depressed for a minute, but she showed up looking glowed up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. Where we at? I don't want to go for too long here. We're about to wrap this up, but yeah, I love this last moment between Rachel and the mother, and I love this this final look that she gives Rachel. It's almost like a finally she gives Rachel a look of like, you know what? You've earned my respect. I don't know if we'll ever be friends or whatever, but like Thanos said, you've earned my respect. I don't know. I like that moment. Like, it actually kind of gave me goosebumps a little bit because I like that. I like that the movie didn't end simply with just the mother and Rachel being BFFs and like sunshine and rainbows. Our relationship is perfect. Woo! Like, I'm glad that it didn't end that well. I'm glad that the movie did not tie up all of its relationships in like a pretty bright, happy ribbon, so to speak. Um, this is a very well done movie. It's almost I referred to Deadpool 2 as like, ultimately I love the movie because it's like a cinematic happy pill for me that someone gave me a prescription for. And it's a similar thing with this movie. Simply put, this movie is just a delightful cinematic happy pill that just so happens to mostly be dominated by an Asian cast. And hopefully there are more great films dominated by an Asian cast. Personally, I'm feeling like a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed this film, but I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know like the past past two movie reviews have been like literally like an hour long. So I'm about to peace out of here. But yeah, I'm feeling like a 9 out of 10. Fantastic film. It's just not the kind of film that I would give a 10 out of 10 to because I'm just not a romantic comedy type of person. But yeah, what'd you think about? Not to mention this movie's a little bit too simple for my taste, just in general. But I like more complicated films, like Blade Runner, Killing of a Sacred Deer, you know, Interstellar. I don't know, shit like that. But anyways, what'd you think about this film? Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe as well, and make sure to hit that bell notification if you are on a a mobile device so that you do not miss anything. And I'm out. Huzzah.